For those who don't know, I just recently put out a video on Boyds, Maryland. It was a general overview of what is going on in Boyds, what's there, what's not there, and everything that has to do with Boyds. This is the follow-up where we talk about the cost of living in Boyds, Maryland. So stay tuned. You'll learn all about what real estate goes for, what the average income for families and individuals and all that stuff. So stay tuned to the end. Boyds, Maryland.
Boyds, Maryland. Boyds, Maryland.
Cost of living. Basically, Boyds, Maryland is in Montgomery County, which is just outside of Washington, D.C. Boyds is about 27 miles north of the district. And basically, it gives you this expansive, I believe it's 26 square mile unincorporated community that is in the upper county. Boyds offers a lot for all those who want to live relatively close to Washington, D.C., but kind of want to have a little more space, a little more privacy, and kind of be out in a more rural setting. Boyds isn't super huge. There's about 11,000 people that live there, and niche.com thinks that it's some of the best neighborhoods or some of the best areas for you to buy a house in. It's rated the #1 best zip code for families, #1 best zip code to buy a house, number 16 for best zip codes to live in the state of Maryland. That is all according to niche.com. When it comes to public transit, you have the MARC train that'll take you right into DC. It'll also take you all the way out to West Virginia and a handful of stops in between. There isn't really a whole lot of local public transit, so if you're looking for bus stops and all that other stuff, there's not many here. Boyds, Maryland is a more rural community, so there's not that many amenities when it comes to public transit. You do have Maryland 117 that kind of runs right through it. You also have Maryland 121, which is Clarksburg Road, and that runs you from Boyds all the way out to Clarksburg. With Boyds location, access to things like Clarksburg and Germantown make it very convenient if you're looking to take some of the other major roadways in the area. To name a few, 355 or I-270 or Great Seneca Highway. So it's not hard for you to get to those roadways when you're in Boyds. When it comes to working in Boyds, there are not that many, large employers right in Boyds. Once again, with your proximity to Clarksburg and to Germantown and some of the other surrounding areas, you're able to find some more of things in that nature, some more work and job opportunities. But right in Boyds itself, there's not a whole lot. The median household income in Boyds is up over $170,000, which is way above the national average of about $65,000. And the median individual income is up over $64,000, which is double the national average as well. So, long story short, people in Boyds make a lot of money compared to the national averages and things like that. So just like with working and finding an employer right in Boyds, shopping, there's not much there. There's not a lot of bars, restaurants, retail shopping, grocery shopping that's right there in Boyds. But with the location and access to things like Germantown or Clarksburg, all of those things are a very short drive away. But there is Boyds Market, which is a beer and wine shop, and you can get some other, convenience store stuff, but not really groceries. If you're looking for more retail shopping, obviously you have the premium outlets that are right there in Clarksburg, and then everything that is Germantown. That would include things like grocery stores. Kingsview Center is going to have a Giant and, whatever else you need, some beer, wine, and things like that, that's right over there. There's a Starbucks over there too, I believe. There's not a lot right there in Boyds, but there is a lot of stuff that's very close by. When it comes to real estate, the median home values in the area are going to be up over $610,000. Where the national averages are going to be in that $225 to $230 range. The median national rent is going to be just shy of $1,100 a month. So people who live there make a lot of money, but they also pay a lot for their housing. Comparative. All of these things are relative to the national numbers. The whole entire DMV is probably going to be much higher than most other places throughout the country. So it is significantly higher than those national averages on those things, but it's pretty right on par for the area. Speaking of home prices and rent, there's only about 4% of the population here in Boyds that actually rents. So that's 96% of them are homeowners. So with all of those homeowners, there's property taxes. So the county property tax average is about 0.95%, so just less than 1%. And if you start looking at the median home values being up over that $611,000 threshold, you're looking at property taxes that are going to be somewhere in the high $5,000 to almost $6,000 per year range. I told you guys before, if you haven't seen it, there is a video that I just released not too long ago that's all about Boyds, Maryland. So if the Boyds community interests you, make sure you check out this video right here on Boyds, Maryland.
Yeah.